You know, growing up, I wouldn't have been able to say this name, but today we're making an exception. It's 1986's Merry Xmas. Welcome back to the show, everybody. I'm Jason from Barefoot. This is Squeaky Clean Adult Films. How's everyone doing? I don't know. I'm sure everyone's raised different, but we couldn't write Merry Xmas because you're taking literally Christ and Xing it out. But it's not Xmas. It's not Xmas like Christmas. It's Xmas, as in Ms. And that Ms is Samantha Strong. And this is a request on a Sunday. We got no more rules. Craig from Horror Hockey Forever put in this request October. And it's a pretty fun one. It's got a very little crew, very little cast. They went out to a little cabin in the woods and made a little picture. Great music too. Music by Will Ryder, Jeff Mullen to be more specific. I just talked to, not to brag, I just talked to Will Ryder a couple days ago. He made Not the Wizard of Oz, which is like going crazy on TikTok right now. We just got banned from TikTok. That's a story for a different time. But in that movie, I talked about Will Ryder, the musician who started off scoring adult films. Then he took a break for like almost a decade. He toured in his band. Then he came back and became one of the biggest adult film directors. And it's cool music. You're going to hear a little bit of it. If you're an adult, you can go hear a lot of it. But he got top billing over the DP, who's Jack Remy, and over the writer, who's Candy Cane. John T. Bone directed this, his first time on the show. He's made 241 movies. 240 of those were adult films. One was nudity required. 80s sex comedy. He went off and did his own little Chuck Vincent thing. It's okay, I like it. But he did make a movie that I love. I like this one. I love Bimbo Cheerleaders from Outer Space, 1988. One of the most artistic. It's so good. It's the adult film where everything's cardboard. Besides the human beings, everything's cardboard. Tracy Adams is the lead, but I love it, and he directed it. Candy Cane wrote this. I'm assuming female. Her only credit. I tried to find anything on Candy Cane. I'm sure it's a pseudonym. So if anybody knows who Candy Cane is, and like I said, Jack Remy shot this bad boy. 24th time on the show. This movie was 68 minutes long. Ours is 11 and a half. PG. We got kind of an edgelord movie here. We got the N-word with an A, not an R. I actually had to Google, can be in a PG movie, and I cut it out, and then it's like a moment of black power and black pride. Sade says it as a retort to almost racism. So I would feel like such a piece of crap if I cut that out, and so it stays. Very 80s. A lot of edgy humor. What did they call it? Ethnic humor.
You have to tell these ethnic jokes. I don't think people think it's too funny.
Well, I think they're funny.
One soft swear. One shot of butt cheeks in lingerie. It's kind of edgy, but not mean-spirited. I think you're gonna like it. I'll meet you at the end.
Oh, this is going to be such a traditional Christmas being up here. Ice skating on the lake, sleigh riding in the snow, jingle bells, oh, jingle bells.
I hate to burst your bubble, kitten, but there's no snow.
No snow?
No snow.
Oh, pooh. Well, at least we're not in L.A. Thank God we're not in L.A. I can just hear them now. Your Uncle Milton at the office, and his wife with her New York accent. Milton, can you just hear him back in Bay Ridge? Sadie floating in her pool, Beverly Hills and all. God, I can't stand that woman. She makes me want to gag.
I feel it coming. I know I'm never going to hear the end of my Aunt Sadie. It's one of the hazards of working for my family.
I can hear them behind my back. Oh, Ted's shit's a girlfriend. Shit's a this and shit's a that.
Shiksa. It's shiksa. That's Yiddish for Gentile. And you, my dear, are every bit the shiksa.
Maybe. But this little shiksa girlfriend of yours is gonna have a great time. Snow or no snow.
Maybe we should invite some friends out for the holidays.
That's a great idea. Why don't we invite Philip?
Philip, your hairdresser?
Philip is a stylist.
That's true, and I know his style.
Oh, come on. He has a new girlfriend now.
Oh, he has a new girlfriend. So he's one of those hairdressers.
She's a very pretty black woman.
Black? Trendy. Very trendy. I know. I'll invite Jack and Elaine.
Oh, great. Jack the Slack and Lame Elaine.
Come on, Donna. Is there anyone that I know that you like?
Oh, come on, Ted. Your friend Jack's idea of having a good time is playing Trivial Pursuit until the early morning hours.
He does get a perverse glee out of beating the pants off you with that one.
And Elaine, come on. Can she find any more Kmarts to shop at? The woman is strictly bargain basement.
Well, you know, Donna, not everyone can afford to shop at needless markup.
Well, anyway, I'm still going to have a great holiday being with the man I love. It's the traditional Christmas in the country.
So there's this new man in payables. He's doing collections. He's an Indian. Now, not an American Indian, like a foreign Indian. You know, like the guy the Beatles went to see that time?
Yeah, like Bangladesh. That was George's album.
That's right, honey. So anyway, he's doing collections. And he's on the phone with this guy. I'm assuming he's talking to someone that's fallen behind, right? And I'm trying to listen to what he's saying, but as I walk past his desk, he's speaking so quietly I can't hear. So this is what I figure he's saying. Hello, Mr. Jones. Yes, you know who this is, and I must say that if you do not pay your bill, it will be very, very terrible for me. Oh, please, Mr. Jones, you must pay or I will go so hungry and I will die and it will be all your fault.
Oh, Ted, you have to tell these ethnic jokes. I don't think people think it's too funny.
Well, I think they're funny. Hey, does anybody know any good Polak or nig?
Well, don't look at me, honey. No one ever told me no nigga jokes.
Right on, Sammy. Well, I think it's about time for a game of Trivial Pursuit. Honey, will you go get the game, please?
Did you hear that? I think I heard something.
But I didn't hear anything.
Well, I think this is the place. Well, come along, Sid. Watch out! Be quiet! Now, up the chimney and down. Isn't that how it goes?
Did you hear that? I think I heard something.
What? I didn't hear anything.
Oh, come on. Didn't you guys hear that? It came from the other room.
I didn't hear anything.
It could be burglars.
Oh, come on. Country burglars on Christmas Eve? Come on, Donna, honey. You know we left all the burglars back in the city to loot us while we're up here.
I know I heard something.
Merry Christmas.
Look what I found. How'd you do that? Well, Anyway, they say they're runaways from the North Pole.
Well, that's not exactly true. Xavier's the runaway. I got fired for dipping into Mrs. Claus's cookie jar.
Well, we're on our way to Hollywood. I'm going to sell my story to the movies.
Let me get this straight. You're Santa Claus's illegitimate daughter? Mm-hmm. And your mother is a madam down in New Orleans?
Mm-hmm. That's right. You know the naughty or nice bit. If you're naughty, I come in.
Look, the gag is over. Who sent you to anyway? Sanagram or something? Yeah. Hey, look, Donna, did you get into this or something? Is this your bag?
Not me, Ted. Ted, do I sense a tinge of disbelief on your part?
You got that right.
Well, you know what this is, Ted?
It looks like a bush.
It's mistletoe. Do you know what we do when we stand under mistletoe? We kiss.
Oh.
Ted, we'd like to spend the night. Is that okay with you?
Sure, there's plenty of room.
Ted, where do you know these people?
Donna, it's Santa's daughter. I mean, we just can't throw her out. It's got to be bad luck or something.
Cool.
How are you? She's not here.
Ooh, I wonder what Santa Claus has brought me for Christmas.
Me, little nasty girl.
Stay away from me, you nasty little elf.
Remember what a bad little girl you were?
Excuse me, I was just doing bed checks. Has anyone seen Donna?
Oh, Ted, you're just the man I've wanted to see.
Why so sad?
Christmas is almost over, and there's still something I haven't experienced yet.
What is that?
Truly romantic encounter.
Yeah.
So what did you think of that? Did you like it? It was super 80s with... I actually wrote this down. The most 80s thing, racist jokes and Trivial Pursuit. This was trimmed down very much, very much. I was almost kind of bummed out because the picture was very entertaining. It was edgy, but not mean-spirited and fun, and a lot of that's gone. Herschel Savage almost said the N-word, huh? Like the bad version. I forgot to say that up front. He played Ted, his 26th time on the show. I like mid to late 80s, and I'm not trolling here. I like mid to late 80s Herschel Savage, where he's a little puffy, and he did excellent. He toed the line of like, literally, Ted Herschel was like my stepdad and all their friends. And whether that's good or bad, it's authentic. Lois Ayres, time on the show, she played Donna. Is that right? Yes, she played Donna. And I don't know if I've said this out loud. I mean, I have. I don't know if it's ever made it to an edit. Lois Ayres makes me go on a journey. I can't think of who she reminds me of. And what I thought it was someone in my life or an adult film star. But I can't ever put my finger on it. I saw a still of her in the research of this. It was neither one of those categories. I saw a still of her. It was celebrity. I saw a still of her that looked almost identical to Juliette Lewis. Now, I've never thought that, unless that's the hidden thought that I unlocked. I don't know. I like Lois Ayres. Ever since she did the speed up ragtime in Debbie Does Dishes 2, Blazing Mattresses. When they played the ragtime and they did like the old-timey baking the cake in fast motion, Nina Hartley, Lois Ayres. Oh, I've been a fan ever since. I've always liked her, but that kicked her up to like the top tier. Oh, what am I thinking? We also have Samantha Strong. This must be like her movie. You saw her. She signed off after the end credits. Merry Christmas from Samantha. And she played Xavier. So that's the X. You're not like Xing out Christ. That's X Xavier, illegitimate child of a brothel lady. And Santa. Now I guess that's kind of edgy now too, huh? But she did great, and she was kind of crazy. 2 times I kept staring at her thinking like, maybe it's because we just wrapped. Oh yeah, I finished a movie. Another written and directed by Jason Heath movie is done. But maybe because I was thinking like along those lines, like what's her motivation? Like stereotypes of filmmaking. But twice I literally stared at her thinking, what is her motivation? At one time she just staring. Actually, she did it a couple times, but 2 made the cut. I loved it. She was kooky. And her little buddy, that sounded weird. Her little buddy was Luis de Jesus. Second time on the show. Because he was in Ultra Flesh. He was in a lot of cool stuff. Ultra Flesh was the first time he was ever on our show. I mentioned that he was in Ewok, and he was Rufus in Bloodsucking Freaks. And he performed under Mr. Short Stud. I don't think it says Lewis even on the movie. It just says Mr. Short Stud. But his second time on the show, and an audience favorite for this movie. More than one person suggested this, or maybe it was just more than one person was talking on like Craig's posts on YouTube and Instagram. I don't know, but a lot of people brought him up. He was a straight up menace, which you did not get to see much of. Actually, you get to, he chased her around a little bit. So I guess you got to see a little bit of it. But he was an absolute terror in the 68-minute version. Francois Papillon and Sade were our next couple. I think Samantha went through a Francois state, like otherworldly state, and a Herschel state. His 13th time on the show, he played Philip. Sade, I'm going to assume that's how we say her name. I think I made this same thing on Caught by Surprise. Her second time on the show, the other one was Caught by Surprise, and I think I'm just being a repeater now. But in the end credits, they gave her an accent mark. My daughter has an accent mark on her name, but it wasn't even an accent mark. It was a sky comma, an apostrophe, sky comma. Better description. So I don't know if that was weird. I don't know if she saw this movie and said, that is not an accent mark on my name. But we're going with Sade, one of the prettiest girls on earth. We got to get more movies of her. 2 people in the last week said, who's that? Like literally, like beauty, cover girl beauty, and a great actor. Our last couple, Johnny 19, Rosemary. Rosemary's second time on the show because she was in Caught by Surprise also with Sade. Johnny 19's third time on the show. He was in Pretty in Black. He was a priest. We just saw it. I'm not going to look down at my notes. She's so fine. He was the priest, and she's so fine. We just saw him on Laura's birthday pic. And that's it. I am kind of bummed out because of me. Because this movie is pretty awesome. And sometimes the feature doesn't translate the best to a squeaky clean adult film. I mean, think of the whole movie. We got 2 Will Ryder songs, Jeff Mullen to be correct, but opening credits and closing credits, now there's like 1/3 or at least a quarter of the movie. And then like half of the movie is just our intro setup. Talk about having friends over, which melds right into friends coming over. That's about it. There's like a minute left after that. It's like a whole, setup, confrontation, resolution. All we have is a setup and just a crumb of, I guess, resolution. It's just a crumb. So if you are of age, go check out Mary X Ms. We're doing more. I wanted to do a double feature. I don't know if we're doing a double feature. A New School Barefoot double feature is 2 days in a row. So that would be Sunday, Monday. We're probably doing that. I'll just let you know. But all my other options are not. This is the best. This year is the best. I have multiple movies I have tried to rework. And I keep getting frustrated and pushing it to the side. So I have 3 to choose from. This is episode 298. So if I do a double feature, it will be 288, 298, and 299. Should we just do 3 Christmas movies and just end 98, 99, 300? Maybe. I don't know. Thanks for watching. We have donation buttons if you feel so inclined. They're down there somewhere. You don't have to subscribe. You don't have to like. You don't have to share. You just watch. And I appreciate you watching. I just broke my thing.
Just when you think you know someone. Surprise, surprise, surprise.
Thanks for watching. I appreciate it. Merry Christmas. Happy holidays. Kwanzaa. Hanukkah. And whichever ones I don't know. All of them. From me to you. I'll see you tomorrow or the next day.